Welcome to all the folks that are already live. Dallas, Vermont, Hawaii, Oklahoma. Awesome, awesome. Great to see you guys. Thank you for joining us. As always, it's fantastic when we do these live tapping rounds because we get to join together at the same time and do some healing for the world all at the same time. And Loomis, California, just down the road from me. Um, New York, hello. Oh, Dina, hey, Dina. Florida, Vegas. No, Las Vegas, sorry. My dad was born there and he said, we hate it when people just say Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Missouri. Um, so yes, so we're back for some more tag team tapping. Tagteamtapping.com. You can find out more about that. Hashtag tag team tapping, where I get to bring on a friend and colleague to mix it up and give folks some variety because variety is the spice of life. And sometimes, you know, another person's way of tapping, you might find just the ticket for shifting something. Um, so today I am joined by my friend Sharon Smith, who has been helping people relieve physical and emotional pain for over 20 years. If you look in the description box down below, you will find links to her YouTube channel, lots of great videos there. Find her website, apainplan.com, and take advantage of the resources there. There's a free program or free handout there, the pain-free gift, and check that out. And yeah, so welcome to Tag Team Tapping, Sharon.
Thanks, Brad. It's great to be here.
So tell us about the topic that you chose for today.
I chose increasing self-love. If people have followed me for any amount of time, they know I'm working a lot with physical problems, physical pain, but emotions that get trapped in your physiology are the underlying cause of that. And a lack of self-love is one of the really great big things that's underneath. And loving yourself more is the key that kind of unlocks the door to healing for pain. So that's why I picked this thing today. Let's clear
Awesome.
some stuff out.
Awesome. It's possibly my favorite topic.
It's
Years
one
ago,
of mine.
I was sitting there one day. It's just like, I think my job is just to teach people to love themselves more.
I kind of feel the same way about it.
Yeah. And there's that great quote from Lucille Ball who said, the first thing you gotta do is love yourself. You have to do that before you get anything else done.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's hard. It's hard for people.
Yeah, we have all these reasons. So we're going to spend some time today clearing out some of those reasons with some tapping.
Absolutely.
So to begin with, I'm going to ask folks to go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded. Allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour. Just following your breath through your body, just allow yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. Noticing what you're feeling physically, what you're feeling emotionally. And maybe just to start with, go ahead and rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10. In this case, 10, it could be in a particular area of life, just life overall. 10 is the top. 10 is magnificent, awesome, fantastic. And please do not judge yourself harshly if the number is lower than you'd like it to be. Just allow yourself to get curious and ask yourself, okay, what stops it from being at a 10? And now what I'd like you to do is Imagine yourself looking in a full-length mirror and feeling again what goes on inside, noticing what you're feeling physically and what you're feeling emotionally so you can be aware of how your body responds to this. Looking at yourself in this mirror and say, I love myself. Just let that rattle around inside. Notice how that feels and rate that on a scale of 0 to 10 as to how true that is. And again, please do not judge yourself harshly if the number is lower than you'd like it to be. Just allow yourself to get curious about that and ask, why not? Why not completely love yourself? Allow yourself to, again, be aware of the thoughts, beliefs, and memories that might come up. Notice what you feel physically, what you feel emotionally, and allow yourself to have that awareness so that all the tapping that we're going to do today, you're going to be able to make relevant for you because you know what's going on inside of you. Even if the words that we say may not seem relevant, you're going to be tapping on yourself and clearing those misunderstandings that you're holding in your body. So go ahead and take a deep breath, open your eyes. Welcome to all the folks that have joined us, Ireland, Sacramento, right where I am, Belize, UK, awesome, awesome. And so, Sharon, why don't you start us off with some tapping, please?
Absolutely. Let's just do some regular tapping to start with. Later on in this hour, I'm going to do something special, specific to me, but just regular tapping. And you kind of got that number in your mind about where you are on the self-love scale, with 10 being, oh, I love me, and 1 being, nope, not much. So with that in mind, oh, and if you're at a 10, good for you. I promise you're going to feel even better after this hour.
This one goes all the way up to 11.
It does. We're going to go past 10. Oh, I don't really love myself very much today, but I choose to be okay anyway, even though I'm just not really loving me at all today. I completely love and accept myself, even though I think maybe I don't. I'm open to shifting my perspective on this now. Top of the head. I wonder if it's possible that all humans experience the same emotions. Every single one of us feel grief, joy. We feel shame and guilt and love. It's a part of our design. But we're not designed to hold on to those so-called negative emotions for a long time. It can cause malfunction in our physiology. And that can result in things like anxiety and physical pain. So I'm choosing to see my emotions in a different way today, to see them as a powerful guide designed to help me move toward loving myself more. I've been pretty focused on loving everybody else, but I may have forgotten that I'm part of everybody. And I'm open to the possibility that I can begin to love myself more and allow myself to heal on every level. It's safe for me to heal. It's safe for me to love myself. I wonder if it might also be possible that maybe I'm a powerful eternal being. If I'm willing to consider that it might be possible, I'm going to choose today to act like it and to love abundantly. Everybody. And that starts with me. I allow myself to feel good about loving myself more. Even though I have some things that caused me to believe I couldn't or shouldn't, it's safe to let go of those now because I do love and accept all of me because I can. Okay, wrist points. Peace. Take a breath. How'd that feel for everybody?
Awesome. Yeah, so folks, go ahead, close your eyes, go inside, and just let that settle. And maybe imagine that mirror again, looking in and saying, I love myself. See where that number might be now. Just pay attention to what's going on in there, and thoughts and feelings. Hopefully that number is higher and you're feeling a lot more self-love. Notice also if, because when we're tapping, it's like peeling the layers of the onion. If that's dislodged some things and you become aware of, oh, this is why I might not allow myself to love myself more. Imagine for a moment that you love yourself at a 10 and notice what that feels like. Feel what goes on inside, say, it's safe to really love myself.
Oh, that gives me goosebumps this morning. And I was good this morning to begin. Woo!
Take a deep breath, open your eyes. Let's play with this.
Mute here.
Even though part of me isn't sure it's safe to love myself, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm not sure if it's safe to love myself, I choose to love and honor myself anyway. Even though I have some doubts about loving myself and what the consequences of that might be, and how I might not be able to handle them. Even though I'm not sure it's safe to really love myself, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might be involved in this, because I choose to feel that free. All these doubts about loving myself, all these concerns about loving myself, all these fears about loving myself. I mean, it sounds like a nice idea, but there may be parts of me saying, oh, yeah, that's not safe. There are all kinds of problems with loving yourself. I have all this old programming about why it might not be safe to love myself. First of all, it makes you look arrogant. Anyone who says they love themselves are too full of themselves, and they need to knock it off. So I may have all kinds of messages about how it's wrong to love yourself, even though part of me might suspect that is someone else's misunderstanding about love. Real self love is not arrogance. Arrogance is me saying I'm better than other people, which is just a cover up for insecurity. That doesn't sound like real self love. So I choose to clear that misunderstanding. But maybe people told me other things, like how I wasn't good enough, how I wasn't worthy of love. If they told me I wasn't worthy of love, how could I possibly love myself? Part of me knows that's a lie, though. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here tapping on my face right now. If I really believed I wasn't worthy, I wouldn't be here practicing self care at the moment. So part of me knows better. But I'm afraid to acknowledge that I'm worthy of love. I can take care of myself, just so long as I don't say that I love myself. And I'm clearing up all this confusion, all these misunderstandings, all these fears about loving myself, all these negative reasons for not loving myself. And there may be other reasons why it seems scary. Part of me might say, if I really allowed myself to fully acknowledge how freaking lovable I am, and I really allowed myself to love myself, part of me might be afraid. I might get myself into some serious trouble. I might allow myself a better life. I might decide I love myself too much to settle for the things that I'm tolerating. And then I have to make change. It's easier to tell myself I don't love myself. Then I can stay safely in my comfort zone. And I choose to love and appreciate those parts of me that might limit my feelings of self love as a way of trying to protect myself. And I'm processing these fears, clearing them at a cellular level and all the way back through my past, back through all the times in my life where I got these confusing messages, Setting myself free to acknowledge the truth. I really am worthy and deserving of love in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside. And again, check in with what's going on in there. Again, looking in that mirror and saying, I love myself. Seeing if that number is going up or going down or just staying the same, but different things are coming up. And just allow yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. And feel free to share any thoughts or things that are coming up in the chat box.
They're better. I can feel them getting better. It's fun. I love the energy on here.
Yeah. Well, that's what I love doing. Why I love doing these things is that, I mean, everything is energy. We're all connected. Um, I did a tag team tapping last week with my friend Tamara, and I was talking about, as I often do, everything's energy. We're all connected. So as we clear things, we raise our level of vibration, we're raising it on the planet. And we got a comment afterwards from someone saying, "That's a pretty bold statement. What evidence is there?" And Tamar had some great answers about, there are studies that are done showing the collective power of thought, things like that. But it's just it just makes sense at the level that we're all connected. How can it not help if each of us is cleaning up our corner, then it cleans up the whole neighborhood.
Well, we're connected in ways that we don't even imagine yet.
Yeah,
We are kind of individuated parts of a wonderful whole.
yeah,
So what one does affects everybody.
absolutely. And real one, yeah, it doesn't matter the about being interrupted. Just get back in the flow. There's nothing lost, and I'm always open to the possibility that there's a divine perfection for the things that show up. It's like,
Yep.
huh, I wonder what that is. And maybe it's having that interruption and being annoyed by that. It's like, oh, this is showing me some place where I might be lacking some love in my life. And can I, things happen that show us, oh, here's something that I might want to clear to have a better experience of life. Maybe. I'm not saying it is for sure, but it's always being over that possibility of, oh, what might there be here that's beneficial for me?
Well, and sometimes we love this part of ourselves, but then we really don't love another part. It's like, okay, I don't love this about myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And so find this, it's like, I want to love all of me as much as possible. And why can't I love that part? And is there something to shift? Um, Paula, more comfortable at a 9. It feels more real. If soulmates exist, would loving them be a form of self-love since they're technically your other half? Um, well, and yeah, and this is why one of the things about when people talk about self-love being arrogant, it's like, no, because when we love ourselves, because we are part of the collective, that is loving others, and loving someone else is also then an act of self-love. It's you know, so self-love the real self-love is naturally loving towards others. When we see ourselves as more lovable, we naturally see others as more lovable. And then we're in a better position to help them see that. And if they're doing stuff that we don't particularly like, it may be because of their lack of self-love. And so,
Especially if they are.
yeah,
And
thank
the more
you.
we love ourselves, the more we're able to love those that we perceive as being others, separate from us.
Yeah,
So it starts with us and it radiates out. There's no question about it.
absolutely. I always go back to the Dr. King quote, hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. So just love the hate right out of them and love the hate right out of ourselves.
Easier said than done sometimes.
And hashtag tapping helps.
Yes, hashtag it does.
So why don't you take it through some more tapping, Sharon?
Okay, I want to change it up just a little bit. We're still going to be tapping, but we're going to do something I call compassion tapping. And we're going to use our own self-compassion to heal wounded versions all the way back through our past of ourselves. And it sounds a little bit different than regular tapping. It's going to sound like apology. It's going to be, I'm so sorry. But that is just wording that helps your subconscious and unconscious mind accept what we're going to do. It kind of disarms it a little bit and allows for deeper healing. We're also going to use the word you rather than I or me, because that allows for all healing across all versions of you. So for this, we're just going to tap one spot, just the side of the hand. We're not going to tap through the points, and you can just rest your hands in your lap. You don't have to hold them up here. And most people find that they prefer to have their eyes closed for this. If that, you don't need to watch, but you're welcome to, whatever feels best to you. And now I'm just going to have you repeat after me while you maintain tapping the outside of your hand. And here we go. I'm so sorry that no one ever loved you just the way you are. I'm so sorry they loved you, but not quite in the right way that you needed. I'm sorry that when they didn't love you, you decided that was because there was something wrong with you or that you'd done something bad. I'm so sorry that this wasn't true at all, but no one ever explained it to you. I'm sorry that the ones who were your parents were parenting you from all of their own childhood wounds. And those may have been big. They were doing their awful best. I'm sorry you can't relax and just see that now. I'm sorry that no one ever told you you were perfect exactly as you are. I'm sorry that you may have learned to stop loving yourself because you didn't feel like you deserved it. I'm sorry that you learned to hide yourself. That may have been the only way to keep yourself safe. I'm sorry you tried your best, but it was never enough. I'm sorry that you felt like you had to do something or be a different way in order to deserve love. I'm sorry you may have a lot of guilt and fear and anger. And those things are covering up the true you. I'm sorry you can't just relax and feel better. I'm sorry you can't just forgive yourself for this terrible misunderstanding. I'm sorry that no one explained to you that in your perfection, you carry the spark of divine love always. I'm sorry you can't forgive everyone who made you feel unworthy. They simply didn't know any better. I'm sorry you can't forgive everyone and simply relax. I'm sorry that you can't heal. I'm sorry that you feel like you have to punish yourself by holding on to pain. That's completely untrue. I'm sorry you can't relax and just let it go now. I'm sorry that you're so sad. Okay, good. Now stop tapping, take a big breath. Ah, there you go. Yeah. How does that feel to everybody now? For those of you who may have been experiencing physical pain, kind of take stock of that, how you feel in your body right now. Those were some big things. You guys did really well.
Very cool.
I saw the yawn.
Yeah.
That's I know I'm not boring. That's a wonderful energetic shift. Good for you.
Yeah. That was a very cool process. Very, very deep. So
Yeah.
yeah, so folks, yeah, go ahead and
I can't see the chat, so you're gonna have to tell me what they're saying. I'll look at
oh,
it later too.
that was beautiful. I cried. Um, someone to repost this. Joe said earlier, isn't that a song gonna wash that hate right out of myself? I was thinking this the other day as I was thinking the line because I was going to do a video on wash the love the hate right out of them, and I was thinking of the song from South Pacific. I'm gonna wash that man right
And
out of
right out
myself.
of my hair.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna love that hate right out of those folks. Or I'm gonna love that hate right out of myself.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah. So Tanya, that was for going deeper and going inside and being able to address. And as Sharon was saying, not all, and we've said before, not all the comments are going to feel everything that we say is not every line isn't going to be relevant for every person here.
It won't.
Yeah. But it's just allowing ourselves to be present and going, okay, if that's not what it is for me, what does this remind me of?
Yeah.
And just being allowed and also and again we were tapping on the side of hand and I later tapped on the collarbone just because it's just intuitively
Whatever
for me
feels
to
good to
check
you. Yeah.
but being when we're doing tapping and we can go through all kinds of different things like that and just explore what's going on with me so it's not necessarily like a formal tapping around where phrase repeat the phrase um Lady Turquoise says she can't stop crying.
Oh,
And that's shifting, and it'll keep
yeah,
moving
it is.
through. That eased some of the stress from my throat. Paula says, nailed it, Sharon. I've been working on being seen. Feeling somewhat better, very deep. I hope I sleep tonight. Some yawns and burping as energy was moving. There's all kinds of physical ways that we manifest that energy shifting. Some more crying. Yeah, it's, we get those tears, yawning, burping, crying. These are, as our body goes through these things and releasing, you know,
These
we're
are all
releasing.
good signs. It's energetic shift.
Yeah.
And even people who would say they had a perfectly normal, happy childhood will go through and do this and shift a whole lot because they will have had a time when they felt like they weren't good enough or that they weren't seen or heard or, something that they were lonely. Absolutely. So, yeah,
Yep. And and even if amazingly you did have a perfect childhood, somewhere in life,
somewhere
with eight
at
eight
some
billion people
point,
on the planet, somebody at some point was not entirely loving to you the way you want to be loved.
yep.
Chances are. And sometimes it's us because we get confused.
Mhm.
And there is and stuff that just gets stored in us. So as we're tapping and we're sending these energy signals through the body, we're releasing that stuff wherever it might be there. And it doesn't mean that if you're not crying and burping and yawning that the tapping isn't working. That's just one of the ways that it reveals itself. Um, so yeah. Um,
Weird. Somebody, I don't know if this was in the chat because I'm not looking. Someone feels if they're really loving all the time that they're defenseless, that they've got to be um, mad or mean in some way in order to keep themselves safe. So, yeah, that's interesting.
Excellent.
Yeah, go Brat.
Even though it's still not entirely safe to love myself, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I still have doubts about loving myself, I choose to love and honor myself anyway. Even though I still have doubts about loving myself. Because if I really love myself, I'll relax too much. I'll let my guard down, and I will be too vulnerable. Even though part of me says it is not safe to love myself, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself, and maybe anyone else who might be involved, because I choose to be that free. All these remaining fears about loving myself, all these remaining reasons for not loving myself more. When I'm not fully loving myself, I feel like I'm more prepared. I feel more motivated to take care of myself, to protect myself. Really loving myself sounds too much like being blissed out, and I won't see what's coming. People will take advantage of me. They'll hurt me. I need to have my guard up. I need to be prepared. All this fear of loving myself more. And if I love myself right where I'm at, I'll relax so much, I won't take care of myself in other ways. If I look in the mirror now and say, I love myself just as I am, why bother exercising? Why do anything to improve my life? I mean, if I'm already lovable right where I'm at, why bother making anything better? If I can love myself even when things aren't perfect, what the heck is going to motivate me? And these are misunderstandings. Because when I really love someone, I want to give them the best. If I have a newborn baby and I love that baby so much, and that baby starts crying because she's hungry, I don't say. I love her even when she's crying, so there's no need to feed her. That's not what I would do. I would give her what she needs. The more I love myself, the more I want to give myself what I need, including whatever protection I need from whatever dangers might be out there. Letting go of this idea that really feeling self love means making myself overly vulnerable. I'm allowing myself to heal whatever might need healing, whatever I might wish to heal. And I do this as an act of self love, which I deserve in body, mind, and spirit. And take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside, and let that rattle around for a moment. And just see what might be going on in there. Come up. Thank you, Priya. And you feel free to open your eyes. Feel free to share. And we'll end with a guided imagery, as I tend to do with these live events. But Sharon, do you want to take us through a final round before we do that?
Yeah, just a little bit more. And we're going to work with this in a little bit different way. Let's go back to the compassion tapping. And this time, do choose the collarbone rather than the side of your hand. That feels appropriate to me too. So just tapping, and here we go. I'm so sorry that someone taught you that love was dangerous. I'm sorry that love was something you had to protect yourself from. I'm sorry that when you learned that, it kept you from loving you because you didn't want to be in danger. I'm sorry that you felt so alone. I'm sorry that this was pretty frightening to discover. I'm sorry you didn't have any way to relax and just love yourself. I'm sorry that you learned that it was only acceptable to love the nice parts of yourself. And you knew that there were some parts that others might find not so nice. So you hid those. And then you hid your own love from yourself. I'm sorry that no one explained to you that these things weren't true. I'm sorry that you just wanted to love and be loved more than anything in the world. I'm sorry that you ended up with love blocked. I'm sorry you felt like you had to protect yourself from so many things. And that if you loved yourself that much, it could be really dangerous. Someone else might have taken advantage of you for that. And if you really loved yourself, you might not fit in with the other people in your family. They might be jealous. I'm sorry that you were afraid they might even attack you. I'm sorry you can't just relax and see that this wasn't really true. I'm sorry you can't forgive yourself for all the reasons that you've kept yourself from loving, especially loving yourself. I'm sorry that you're so sad. Okay, stop and take a breath.
Very nice. Thank you. Yeah. It's what a great process for those compassionate messages that so many of us may not have gotten and really needed, you know.
Yeah.
Being
Well,
that adult to your inner
yeah.
child that you may not have been blessed to have in your life.
Well, and these are not just childhood things, but
Yeah.
even, it could be yesterday.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. A couple questions coming up. Thank you for the awareness, Sharon. Thanks, Sharon. Tears filled my eyes. Some yawning. Got a question. How do I take responsibility for my own well-being and take care of my needs while thinking of others and what's best for them? So it goes back to there's a great life lesson that they teach us every time we board an airplane. Put your own oxygen mask on first before helping others. Now, it's not that airlines are just, you know what, take care of yourself. It's you and nobody else. Put the oxygen mask on your own face and screw everybody else. They say, put the oxygen mask on your own face first before assisting others. So, because if we take care of others first, it may be the last thing we do. So, it's always finding what you know practicing that self-care, and then you have
We
more to
help
give.
others better when we are at our
Yeah,
best.
yeah, yeah.
So those other people that you want to help deserve you at your best and your best version.
Yes, your act of self-love is an act of love for others.
Yes.
Everyone be tapping and again, you loving yourself is an act of love for others. You got to take, so the other analogy I use is you are the goose that lays the golden eggs. You got to take care of that goose if other people are going to benefit from the eggs. So, um, where can we find more info about compassion tapping? So, in the description box below the video, I have links to Sharon's information.
Well, my
Please
YouTube
do check that
channel is right here on YouTube where we all are right now. Just head on over there. I've
out.
got over 500 videos.
Awesome. Okay, those are questions. Awesome, great stuff. Um, if you grew up sacrificing yourself all the time, how to get out of that? Tapping helps. It's
It
learning,
does.
learning that, because there's a part of you that says, if I don't take care of others first, then there will be trouble for me. And
Yeah.
recognizing that may have been the situation in the past, and being able to see where it can be different now. So
The push and pull of everything being up to you but also feeling like you're never good enough, that push and pull is really that's really really requires some work. And good for you for being here on this
Yeah.
live.
Keep, find videos on
Tapping.
self-love. I have a whole playlist called well, I think it may be called self-esteem, but it's the same thing. Loving yourself, and you will find that happy balance of I'm taking care of my needs, and then I have so much more to give others. But it's not that and it doesn't have to be I'm only doing it so that I can give to others. You are worthy and deserving of self-care in and of yourself, not just so it's not put the oxygen mask on your own face first because other people need you. We don't care about you, but other people might need your help. So put the mask on you. Um, you are inherently worthy and deserving of that care. And any doubts about that are things that can be tapped and cleared. They're misunderstandings, yours or someone else's. Keep processing those. All right, we are going to close out with some guided imagery. That may take us over the hour. So if you have some place you have to be at the top of the hour, then you may want to jump off now. But please, so this video will be here. So come back and hopefully you'll come back and watch the guided imagery when you have a chance. And so let's go ahead and get ourselves comfortable. Close our eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Another deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. A third deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Breathing comfortably, and just imagine that with each breath you take in, you breathe in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body, so that with each breath you take in, your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down, crystal clear water that's a perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment. Just washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are. This unique expression of divine light and love. Allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower flows over your forehead, relaxing the muscles in your face. Flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. That healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing, and allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose. Allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back. And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit. As that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet. And finally, that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much. going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards. 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, go ahead and imagine yourself in some really beautiful place. Some place where you allow yourself to be present to the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance of creation. Some place that you really love, a place you love to be. And just allow yourself to feel that love, whatever it is you're looking at, whether it's a sunset over the ocean or mountains or trees or stars in the sky, whatever you choose to look at that you say, I love this. Allow yourself to feel that sense of awe, that sense of gratitude, joy, all those loving feelings, whatever they might be. Just really allowing those to flow through every fiber of your being. Allowing yourself to feel really good. And in this beautiful place, as you allow yourself to feel all these loving feelings flowing through every fiber of your being, go ahead and imagine a full-length mirror and see yourself there in this beautiful place and just allow yourself to feel that same wonderful, loving feeling towards yourself. Because you are part of this amazing creation. And allow yourself to be aware if there are any parts of you that say, oh, I can't feel that same amount of love and gratitude for myself. Allow yourself to be compassionate with that part that was confused in the past. These are old misunderstandings. And lovingly and compassionately releasing those misunderstandings. There may be a lot of reasons for not loving yourself, but there's no good reason for not loving yourself. Just notice any parts of you that say, yes, but I did this thing or I did that thing or I failed to do something. And allow yourself to recognize that any past mistakes you may have made could very well have been because you weren't loving yourself enough at that time. If you had loved yourself more, you might have done it differently. Allowing yourself to be open to the possibility that loving yourself is the best thing you can do for yourself and others. As you allow yourself to send love to yourself through every fiber of your being, that love radiates out and shines a light on others. As you see yourself as more lovable, you can see others as more lovable. And then you can help them see themselves as lovable, and that might cause them to behave better too. Allowing yourself to love yourself more and more and sending that love out to others. First to yourself. You can't give away what you don't have. Feeling that love all around, breathing in that love, allowing yourself to have all that you need, and allowing yourself to have even more so that you have plenty to share. Allow that to feel really good in every fiber of your being as we go even deeper now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before, feeling much more loving towards yourself. And that is a gift that you give the world. It's a gift you give everyone. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well through the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream. Continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit, so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up, you wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day again, powerfully moving forward into an ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. And now we go back down to zero, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all of these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level, so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Coming up to one, feeling physically relaxed. Two, feeling emotionally calm and confident. Three, health and well being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Four, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And five is eyes open, wide awake. One, two, three, four, five, eyes open, wide awake. One, two, three, four, five, eyes open, wide, wide awake. And welcome back.
Thank you. That was lovely. I always enjoy that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your awesomeness with us today. Very cool. Love that
Thank you,
compassion.
everyone who was here on the live.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
much love for all of you.
Yes. Thank you all very much. It's you guys showing up and being part of this makes a huge difference. So thank you for that. Love you guys. Take care and